Welcome to Fire Engineering Training Minutes. I'm Brian Brush, and today we're going to review extending from a trunk line to a hose bundle. Probably most common operation when we're extending from a trunk line to a hose bundle is when we've made a knockdown of heavy fire with a 2.5-inch attack line. We've extinguished the main body of fire, and now we're going to transition to a smaller diameter line for mop-up or just maneuvering through a garage or confined space. When we look at the hose bundle, many departments carry a variety of them, but the transition is to the smaller attack line from the bigger trunk line. The most common transition from that is to just remove the tip of the shutoff, connect to our hose bundle, by utilizing the traditional shutoff, we have a charged hose line here stopping our flow. We can make the connection to the smaller bundle and attack package for continued operations. Once the bundle's in place, stretched appropriately, we can charge that line by opening the bail and strapping this open. Beyond the traditional use of the bail and the bundle, in this fashion, there's a variety of other options. Let's review those now. Some departments that are anticipating long hose stretches will utilize a trunk line of 2.5 or 3-inch to feed their small bundle and reduce the overall friction loss of that line to that bundle for those longer operations. The best way to accomplish that is by utilizing a bell reducer. The bell reducer takes the 2.5-inch line down to the 1 3/4, and we can pre-assemble that package so that we can go long distances. The higher friction loss of the 1 3/4, fed by the lower friction loss of the 2.5, will extend our operations well beyond 400 and 500 feet. So let's look at the two different options here. This bell reducer is fixed, just takes us down from 2.5 to 1 3/4. As you can see, this bell reducer has a swivel. The benefit of pre-assembling our package with the swivel bell reducer to that 1 3/4 is that while we are stretching with our bundle on our shoulder, this is allowed to freely swivel and prevents the hose line from twisting over that long period. Other departments will want to have the flexibility of the 2.5-inch attack line, the swivel bell reducer, so that way they can pre-package their system for attack with the 2.5 and removal of the bundle, or just simply using the bundle through that 2.5-inch shutoff. By using a tip with an external thread, you see here we can pre-package just the same as our swivel bell reducer, but we have that flexibility. If the volume of fire is too great for the 1 3/4, we can drop back to the nozzle section, or we have that knockdown. We're taking the 2.5 forward for the knockdown, and our bundle is readily available. You can see that package here built very similar to this. It would just be pre-assembled. Finally, we'll discuss the most versatile option, and that would be to include all these pieces together into one complement. When we review the 2.5-inch nozzle, you can see that overall the complement is a bell reducer, a shutoff, and a tip. If I take this package in my own department, I use a bell reducer with an 1.5-inch shutoff, and a smoothbore tip. I now have the flexibility with deploying my line at the back apparatus to use any number of those systems. Removing the tip for connection, using that shutoff, or removing the entire shutoff and utilizing just the swivel bell reducer. To review, we evaluated a few different options from our trunk line to our small diameter attack package. Remember, most of the time, our deployment opportunities are dictated by our equipment options. I'm Brian Brush, and thank you for joining us at Fire Engineering Training Minutes.